Imagine standing on a busy street corner in New York, surrounded by the relentless hum of the city. You see people rushing to their jobs, staring at their phones, and navigating a world they think they understand. But beneath the surface of this familiar reality, a silent tide is rising. Most people are living in a state of profound misconception, believing that the current calm in the tech world is a sign that the AI hype has peaked. They couldn't be more wrong. What we are witnessing right now is the deceptive stillness before a tsunami, a rapid acceleration of large language models that is about to rewrite the rules of human existence. The transition we are entering is not just another technological update. It is a fundamental shift in how the world functions, and 99% of the population is completely unprepared for what comes next. For the past few years, we have treated artificial intelligence as a collection of clever tools. You ask a question, and a chatbot gives you an answer. You provide a prompt, and an image appears. But the era of AI as a mere tool is ending. We are moving into the age of the autonomous agent. This is the shift from AI being a thing you use to AI being a digital entity that does. These AI agents, like Claude 3.5 Sonnet and GPT-4o, are no longer just responding to prompts. They are beginning to execute complex workflows without constant human intervention. They are evolving from passive assistants into active participants in the economy. This evolution marks the end of the manual worker-tool relationship and the beginning of a new dynamic where the human becomes a supervisor of digital labor. The reason this shift remains invisible to most is that it isn't happening on the surface. It is being woven into the back end of every major system we rely on. Behind the scenes of global banking, logistics networks, and software infrastructure, the code is being rewritten by machines. The invisible integration of AI means that by the time the average person notices the change, the world will have already been transformed. This isn't about robots taking over the streets. It's about algorithms taking over the systems of power and production. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel and tell us in the comments where you are watching from. Understanding this is the only way to avoid being swept away by the coming wave. The stakes of this ignorance are incredibly high. We are seeing a bifurcation of society into two distinct groups. On one side, we have the augmented individual, the student and professional who masters the art of agentic workflows and leverages these digital entities to amplify their output. On the other side, we have the growing threat of the useless class, individuals who fail to recognize the shift and find their skills rendered obsolete by a force they never bothered to understand. Skill obsolescence is the true antagonist of our era, a conceptual force that is turning traditional expertise into a commodity. Skills that once took years of dedicated study to master are now being replicated and surpassed by AI agents in mere seconds. This brings us to the harsh economic implications of the AI transition. AI is fundamentally deflationary. It drives the cost of digital labor towards zero, which in turn breaks traditional cost of living models. In a world where intelligence is abundant and cheap, the old ways of generating value no longer apply. The skill obsolescence loop is accelerating, meaning the half-life of a technical skill is shorter than it has ever been. If you are not actively learning how to pivot, you are falling behind at an exponential rate. Today, we are providing a roadmap for the next 24 months, a guide to becoming the augmented individual. This tutorial is designed to help you build a personalized radar for the frontier, allowing you to identify trends and safeguard your finances before the mainstream realizes the scale of the change. To navigate this rising tide, you must first assemble your technical requirement kit. This is not about having a cluttered folder of apps you never use. It is about mastering the 4 pillars of modern intelligence. Use the current heavyweights of reasoning: Claude 3.5 Sonnet, and GPT-4o. These are your primary cognitive engines, capable of handling logic and coding at levels that were once the sole domain of human experts. However, research and visual communication are equally vital. Mastering Perplexity allows you to bypass the noise of traditional search engines for verified information, while Midjourney serves as your gateway to high-fidelity visual synthesis. These tools are the infrastructure of the augmented individual, providing the raw mental horsepower required to compete in an economy where speed is the only defense against skill obsolescence. The software is only as effective as the environment in which it operates. Hardware and connectivity are the physical foundation of your survival. While cloud-based solutions offer immense power, the shift toward local processing is becoming a critical requirement for those concerned with privacy and speed. Running smaller models on your own local hardware ensures that your proprietary ideas and personal data remain under your control. This hybrid approach, leveraging the massive scale of the cloud for complex tasks while using local environments for sensitive work, is what separates the power users from the masses. It is no longer just about having an internet connection. It is about having a resilient setup that can handle the massive data throughput of agentic workflows. The most significant hurdle you will face, however, is not technical, but psychological. You must adopt the mindset prerequisite of the new era. This means moving away from the question of, how do I do this task? And shifting toward, how do I prompt an agent to do this for me? This fundamental change in problem-solving requires you to step back from the manual labor of execution and step into the role of a strategist. You are no longer the one swinging the hammer. You are the architect designing the blueprint and supervising the digital workforce. If you fail to make this internal pivot, you will find yourself competing against the very agents you should be managing, a battle you are destined to lose. Coupled with this mindset is a deep need for data literacy. In the AI economy, your personal and professional data is the new gold. Every interaction you have with an AI agent contributes to a larger pool of information. Understanding how this data fuels the models is essential. You must learn to curate your data, ensuring that the information you feed into these systems is structured and high quality. Understanding API fundamentals is also a mandatory requirement. You do not need to be a software engineer, but you must understand how different AI services talk to each other. By grasping how application programming interfaces allow Claude to communicate with your email, or how GPT-4o can trigger a spreadsheet update, you can create automated workflows that run while you sleep. As you gain this power, you must also develop a robust ethical compass. The rise of AI brings with it the proliferation of deepfakes and the persistent danger of hallucinations, instances where the AI presents false information as absolute fact. An augmented individual must be a critical thinker, always verifying the outputs and ensuring that their use of technology remains responsible. You cannot afford to outsource your judgment. You must remain the final arbiter of truth in an increasingly blurred digital landscape. Integrity becomes your most valuable currency in an age of automated deception. Finally, you must seek community access. The world of AI moves faster than traditional news cycles can handle. By the time a breakthrough reaches a mainstream headline, the 1% have already been using it for weeks. Joining developer forums or exploring GitHub repositories is a mandatory requirement for staying informed. This collective intelligence acts as your early warning system, alerting you to new capabilities before they become common knowledge. Furthermore, your subscription strategy is not an expense. It is the highest ROI investment you can achieve. Paying for premium tiers of these services ensures you have priority access to the fastest models and the latest features, effectively hiring a team of world-class assistants for the price of a few cups of coffee. The next 24 months will change everything and leave the unprepared behind in the silence of the past. Now that you have the infrastructure, you must begin the first critical step, the workflow audit. This requires you to sit down and map every single task you perform in a typical week. Look for the repetitive, the data-heavy, and the predictable. The goal is to identify which 80% of your daily labor can be offloaded to AI agents today. Whether it is sorting correspondence, drafting reports, or analyzing complex data sets, your role must shift from the one who does to the one who directs. Once the audit is complete, you can begin building your second brain. This is not just a digital notebook, it is an external cognitive layer. By using AI tools to organize, synthesize, and instantly retrieve your personal knowledge base, you free up your mental bandwidth for high-level strategy. Your second brain becomes a searchable, interactive repository that grows smarter every time you interact with it, ensuring that no insight or memory is ever truly lost to the passage of time. The third step is mastering the art of agentic workflows. This is where the true power of the augmented individual is realized. You are no longer just sending prompts to a chatbot. You are building autonomous systems. By chaining AI tasks together, using platforms like Zapier or Make.com, you can create a self-running business loop. Imagine an AI agent that monitors market trends, summarizes the most relevant findings, generates a creative brief, and then triggers another agent to draft the necessary code or marketing content. This ecosystem operates independently of your direct supervision, allowing you to focus your energy on the next frontier. This level of automation naturally leads to step 4, diversifying your income with AI-enhanced skills. The barriers to entry in fields like software development, high-end graphic design, and complex financial analysis are collapsing. By leveraging AI, you can enter markets that were previously gate-kept by years of expensive technical training, providing high-value services with the absolute maximum levels of speed and technical precision. To stay ahead of the curve, you must move to step 5, monitoring the frontier. You cannot rely on general news to tell you what is coming next. Instead, you must set up a personalized AI radar. This involves curating specialized newsletters and monitoring GitHub repositories where the real breakthroughs are first shared. This constant stream of intelligence ensures you are never blindsided by the next wave of the tsunami. However, as you integrate these systems, you must remain vigilant against common pitfalls. AI fatigue is a very real threat. The overwhelming sensation of trying to keep up with every new update released every week. Furthermore, the danger of over-reliance on unverified AI outputs can lead to catastrophic and very expensive errors. You must avoid the black box trap, where you no longer understand the logic behind the results your agents provide. You must treat every output with a degree of healthy skepticism, using your unique human intuition as the final and most important filter. In summary, the path to survival in the next 24 months is defined by these core actions. Conduct your workflow audit, build your second brain, and implement agentic systems that scale your impact. Use AI for personalized education to acquire new languages and technical skills. This rapid-fire acquisition of knowledge is what will keep you competitive as the useless class expands around you. Skill. Obsolescence is a predator that only catches those who stand still. The 1% are not fundamentally smarter than you. They are simply much more integrated into the digital infrastructure of the future. They have recognized that the current calm is an illusion and that the world is being rewritten in real time. Do not wait for the perfect moment. Start by automating one small, mundane task today to begin the transformation process immediately. The transition is not coming. It is already here, and the only way to survive the wave is to learn how to ride it. The entire future belongs solely to those individuals who choose to be augmented.